Welcome back to the channel. Today I need to do the brakes on my grandma's Lexus. So she's off on vacation and her brakes are pretty much done. So what I did was I went to the parts store, and I can't believe brakes are so expensive now. They used to have a lifetime warranty on this stuff. Now they only have like a 3-year warranty, and it was like $650 for brakes. So I don't know. I remember brakes just costing, like, for anything except for like a diesel truck, like 300 or 200 or something like that. But let's get the front done first, then the rear. Should go pretty quick since it is not a diesel truck and I don't have to pull axles and stuff, hopefully. But yeah, let's get everything busted out on my grandma's car so she has nice new brakes. I mean, I think she's running like not very much pad on these things, but you can see all the dust. Let's get them. Finished up the front on the Lexus, and the front pads were pretty far down. I mean, they had a little bit of meat on them, but yeah, they definitely needed to be changed. Probably could have went for another, I don't know, 5,000 miles, maybe 10. But the rotors, they looked good. I'm not sure if they've been turned down before or not. I mean, they weren't, you know, they don't have any super deep grooves or anything like that. But just for the sake of not having to worry about the rotors warping later on, I usually just put brand new rotors on, because if you turn rotors like that down, most of the time they're gonna warp, and then you're gonna have a vibration that just irritates you until you like replace the rotors. So let's do the rear. I'm gonna turn the car around so it's a little bit easier to get the jack under there, because that's the dirt right there. just finished changing the rear brakes and they were a little bit worse than the front. So they probably wouldn't have lasted 5,000 miles with the way my grandma drives. She likes to rip this thing. So what I'm gonna do now is I need to run home. So I'm now back home, really happy that I have the brakes done on my grandma's car, but the radiator hose on the FC actually rubbed a hole through it. So I got a new one. I'm not exactly sure if this is correct because it looks like somebody cut it, but let's go check it out. It looks like it might be all right. Kind of looks like it's a little bit off. I don't know. I'm gonna try to, I don't know, maybe something like that. But as you can see, the air box almost rubbed a hole through it. I'm glad I caught it before it did. I have the new radiator hose on. You can see how much better it fits. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna wash everything off, all that coolant that got over everything. I pulled the old one off. But what I think happened was that hose was like a cut to fit, and I ordered the molded one. So you can see how close it was to rubbing through. Where was it? I don't know, it was somewhere on here. I'd have been down here. Right there. It was pretty close, I think. But yeah, you can see this one I ordered was the actual molded one. And I'm pretty sure this was just a cut to fit one. You can see how much different they are. But I think what I'm gonna do is order this last heater hose in the back, because they have, whoever had the car before has like this little screw on the back to drain coolant out. And the last time the heater hose broke was on this side, and I replaced that one. So I just have one, well actually those two hoses on the bottom I need to still replace, but I'll wait till something happens. So let's get this started up. She might be a little angry because the last time I washed her I used decon in the engine bay, and that isn't, the battery doesn't like it too very much, so throw that hose away. What I probably need to eventually do is change the coolant in the FC. I think what I did when I initially got it running and driving was I just used some random coolant that I had in jugs, and it works. It works fine, but it kind of smells raunchy. So eventually what I need to do is flush it out. I'll probably do that once I do the rest of the hoses. Probably the next time I have to do the lower hose, I'll be able to just drain the whole system out and change the coolant. I'm actually surprised that the FC runs as well as it does, but let's head over to the junkyard and I'm gonna bring the coolant with me because I know I'll have to top it off a little bit once it bleeds. I'm pretty sure it's pretty close, but they'll always, you know, there's always some that has, you know, there's always some air pockets. So driving the FC, doing pretty well. I think she just burped because it was coming up a little bit on the gauge. Gauge for the coolant really doesn't go much past that since I did that mod and deleted all the stuff for the throttle body. But I love this car. It's so nice. For such an old car, it's pretty quick for what it is. I need to put like a bigger turbo on it and then probably blow it up. But for now, it's just so enjoyable. But we're almost to the junkyard. I'm now back home from the junkyard, drove the FC all day long, and she did great. I'm really happy that I caught that radiator hose before it popped, because when you pop a radiator hose on the side of the highway, pretty far away from home, you're not having a fun day. So I'm really happy that I caught that before something happened. Plus, usually when you blow a radiator hose, then your car overheats, and rotaries overheating is not a good combination. I'm also glad that I got my grandma's brakes done and caught those because they were really low. You know, the rotors were fine, but the pads were, you know, the rear ones were almost non-existent. So got those all buttoned up, and she usually takes her car in to get serviced. But I think they wanted so they wanted $600 to do her brakes, but it was like $625 for the parts. So I'm guessing what the dealer was gonna do, and I know a lot of places like the Jiffy Lubes and stuff like this do this. They'll turn the rotors down and then they'll just slap some pads on there, which I've never liked to turn rotors down, because every time I've ever done it, they instantly warp. And I don't know if it's because they've been turned down before, but every time, ever since that has happened, and it happened like high school. So I've always just bought brand new pads, brand new rotors, and just called it a day and never have to look back, never have to worry about it. But I'm really happy that all this stuff got done today. I'm gonna end the video here. If you like these videos, make sure to click the subscribe button, thumbs up, throw a comment below. As always, see you guys next time.